What it do? It's Crypto Bro 9000, and I'm back at you with another segment of this OG Crypto Funk. This is from Dom at Easy A. At a risk of angering a few maxis, I will say that I believe MicroStrategy may be on its last legs. In a week where Bitcoin broke all-time highs, MicroStrategy is down 20% from its highs. For a company that claims to provide leveraged Bitcoin exposure, this is exactly what strategy investors don't want to see. If this price divergence continues, which looks likely, investors will no longer buy MicroStrategy stock, and the new money that Saylor relies on to continue buying Bitcoin will stop flowing in fast. Unlike when Saylor began his strategy, there are now several safer ways for investors to get Bitcoin exposure, like ETFs, buying directly on Coinbase, Robinhood. If I was an investor in strategy, I would monitor this situation very closely. Well, look at that. Michael the Drunken Saylor's company is going one way. Let me let you see the chart. Okay. This is the Bitcoin line right here. And right here is MicroStrategy. Well, like I said, Bitcoin is holding steady and recently coming off an all-time high. The blue line shows a little volatility, but it still maintains an upward trend. My bad. MicroStrategy, the yellow line, is down 20%. And that's a significant divergence, especially for a company marketed as a leveraged Bitcoin player under Michael's leadership. And this is coming after yesterday's news of Ethereum not being ISO 222 compliant. See, the heat is on now. We're getting closer, and the heat is on. And some people and some coins may not be able to stand the pressure. See, this suggests that investors are losing faith in MicroStrategy's ability to deliver that promised leverage exposure. They should be dealing with the ETFs that are safer, or direct purchases on exchanges like Uphold and platforms like Robinhood. I can't wait to see how this plays out. If you're dealing with them, this is definitely a red flag. Their viability might be on shaky ground, but that's how I see it. But this is not financial advice. Do your own research. Yo, this is something from the OG digital asset investor from Nick O'Neill. A note to all the MicroStrategy bag holders. Let's see what this brother got to say.
Guys, I had to take a break from my very busy weekend to make this video for all those MicroStrategy bag holders who are in my replies saying that I'm absolutely crazy. I've been receiving a flood of DMs from people who have been giving me inside information about not only their personal experiences working and interacting with Michael Saylor, but it seems like I have some tips on some really questionable stuff involved with their actual business. I am 1,000% convinced at this point in time that MicroStrategy is a complete and utter Ponzi scheme. You need to get out while you can. You should have ultimately just bought Bitcoin. It's way better. And at the end of the day, you're going to end up thanking me for that advice, because it is 1,000% clear to me at this point in time that MicroStrategy is on the verge of complete and utter implosion. You're telling me that they're going to, that like Michael Saylor is just going to go issue new assets and use the capital raised to fund all the dividends and all of the cash flow that he needs to pay, all the obligations that he has to all these different assets from raising more capital? This is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. And it's all built on the assumption that Bitcoin is going to increase 30% every year. Now, some people out there were calling Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme. I, for one, do not believe that that's the case. I'm a holder of Bitcoin. I'm a believer in Bitcoin. Do I think that it's the end-all, be-all asset? No. But Michael Saylor is taking advantage of all the people who believe in Bitcoin to try to exploit them in order to power his ever-expanding Ponzi scheme, which will go down in history as the largest Ponzi of all time. I've also been receiving DMs about some other people about rumors of the US government taking it over. I don't even know about that. That one to me sounds way more extreme, but it was from legitimate sources. So, like, is that even a possibility? That would be absolutely absurd. All I can say is if you are one of the investors in MicroStrategy, you need to get out now. You're welcome for giving you this advice. I'm still continuing the investigation. I need to get back to my weekend. I need to get out on the water before the sun sets on my boat. But let me just say, you need to get out while you can. I'll be back with more information about this. But man, the amount of information flooding in right now is absolutely mind-boggling. Don't make the mistake of continuing to hold this. Just get regular Bitcoin. I'll be back with more information on this matter, but I had to come and say something to all those MicroStrategy people that are in the replies that think that this is a joke, that think this is funny. It's not.
Yeah, I know it was a little long, but the brother said what really needed to be said. Somebody had to say it, right? And he's a Bitcoin holder. He's in the community. It's not like me, part of the XRP army, shooting shots from the outside, because I know that I say a lot of things about those maxis, but I still feel that we're all one community and we should all be together. But at the same time, we all know that Michael, the Drunken Saylor, was the biggest loser in the .com bubble situation. This right here from the Triple OG, Michael Branch. BlackRock's Fink appointed as interim co-chairman of the World Economic Forum. Remember that caught Klaus Schwab, well, they cleared him recently of material wrongdoing. So he's the co-chairman of the World Economic Forum now, along with Andre Hoffman, vice chair of Roche Holding. The interim leadership change is described as a strategic move to guide the World Economic Forum into a new chapter focused on global collaboration and shared prosperity. Maybe now we can get that BlackRock ETF, right? Happy Sunday, Crypto Fam. While you're out here in these crypto streets, take some time to reflect and recharge. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that for me. And also, if you want to help me out with the algorithm, smash that like button, because you want to smash. The road to global adoption is clear. I'll see you next time in these crypto streets. 9,000.